All right, this is Left Method Presents with that man Christian Ford right there. How's it going, brother?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Oh, man, same here. Man, beautiful, beautiful. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah. Every day.
Can you tell, man, the world or our audience a little bit about yourself, about the legend Christian Ford?
About myself. My name is Christian Ford. I was born and raised in L.A., Los Angeles, California. Been here my whole life. Been around the world a few times. Not all the way around the world, but that's one day, you know. But I've been a few places by the grace of God and doing, you know, different touring and blessed to be able to be a producer, engineer, musician, artist,
Man,
you know, a little bit of everything, entrepreneur.
man, let them know.
Yes,
All
sir.
the above. Man, it's important this time. What do you think about that? Like doing those different things, and because I know you got the Love brand, amazing clothing. Everybody needs to check out. Like you said, you do the producing. You produce for so many different people, including yourself. All your records are amazing.
Man,
how is it juggling everything? Like, you know.
Juggling is this. How could I say it? The juggling of everything is a total different mindset that you have to have. But I feel like I can handle these things, and it's pretty amazing to do so because you're able to, you know, work with so many different people and meet all these different great artists and, you know, engineers and producers and all these other people that are kind of in the same realm as what we're doing. It's pretty dope. It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but like Nip said, you know, sometimes it takes that for you to reach that next step and and, you know, get the right shit going.
Right. No, I hear you.
Sometimes it takes for you to be stressed out a little bit, and not all stress is bad.
I hear
you know
that.
what I mean? There's good stress and there's bad stress, but
I hear that.
sometimes you got to go through it, man. You got to go through it to get to those next steps and be who you're ultimate meant to be.
Right. It's a blessing to have sometimes to have those moments where you're stressed. Like, it means something's going on.
Exactly. At least we're not stuck, stagnant in the same place, and, you know, it definitely means something.
I hear that, man. Speaking of Nip, I know you produce for him. Can you and met him, like all the above? Can you speak a little bit about that experience?
Me producing for Nipsey Hussle. My boy T Fly got me that position. Got me in that position because I produced something. T Fly. I went to the studio with my brother in Hollywood, and you know, T Fly playing his records. I'm like, man, he's tight. So I'm listening to all these records, and I'm thinking, like, dang, like, what could I bring to the table to be a part of what's going on?
Right. And
so my brother explains, like, yeah, you know, my little bro does his music and this and that.
Right.
And so
T
Fly hit me. Yeah, shout out, big bro. T Fly ends up saying, like this is the tempo that I like working in. He gives me the tempo. I'm not gonna give you guys a sauce, but now he gives me the tempos, like, you know, do something in between this and this. Right. So I go home that night and take all of that in and actually produce something. I send it. Well, actually, I went to the studio again the next day, and he's like, you produced this?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, man.
Like,
so
who said that?
Right.
Who said that?
T-Fly.
T-Fly? Oh, that's
Yeah.
hard. I hear you.
So, at this point, I didn't have all the studio equipment I have at the moment, but
Right.
I was working off of fucking stereo speakers and, you know,
Man.
but it, you know, whatever makes it work.
Yeah.
T-Fly, it took about a few months.
Right.
T-Fly ends up calling me out of the blue and like, hey, bro, like you'll never imagine, like guess who I got on the record?
Wow.
I said, what's up? Like I'm getting excited.
Right.
Like, who you got on there? He was like, man, I got Nipsey Hussle on there. I was like, what?
Fire.
A few minutes later, he sent it to me. I'm over here. Right when I hear his voice, I'm like, wow. And, you know, it's real.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, this is tight. But that's pretty much how Nip hopped on that record with me. Shout out to T-Fly, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. You know?
Man, all the above.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You think you manifested that? Or like, you know what I mean?
In that point in my life, I wasn't really doing what I'm doing now as far as manifesting and, you know, doing these things. But probably, who knows?
Right.
I did the work to get myself to that position.
Right.
Which is dope as well.
Man, speaking of the work, I know that you were signed to Quik. That's, you know, spending that time and that experience. How did that help shape you? How did that help shape your sound now? And like,
so with DJ Quik, what's dope about him is Quik is a great human being, and he also is a genius in the music world.
Right.
I don't know if he gets enough shine for what he does,
Right.
or what I believe that he deserves. But I mean, it is what it is. But also, what people don't realize is I've learned a lot from Quik as far as, like I said, the touring.
Yeah.
Like I learned all these different, like while we're on tour, it's crazy. Like we're going through these different cities and meeting people and having these interviews and all sorts of shit from merch to, you know what I mean? Like he's out there, like he has his people set up his merch outside of his shows, which shows me in my mind, one day I'm able to have, you know, I'm on stage, make sure everybody go outside and check out the merch at the, you know, the table outside right here.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Those are things that can take your career to the next level.
Dang. So did that, like, wow. All right. I'm learning something. Did seeing that inspire you creating Love? And like,
Love came before that.
Just to let the people know, Love is your clothing brand. Amazing pieces. Please, everybody check it out. But yeah, so Love came before.
Love by Christian Ford came before me going on tour with Quik. Love by Christian Ford came about around 2012, 2013, which I was working right at the courthouse down the street, and I was in the snack shop. Every time I had a little downtime, I would play my music out there with those people. And what was great about that place is you have all sorts of people coming in and, you know, getting stuff for the snack shop. They got to go to court and, you know, do all this stuff. But what's dope about that is they're listening. I was playing my music at that time. They didn't even know it was my music. Like, they'd come in like what is this? And, you know, which is dope. But, you know, on the downtime, I would get the chance to actually do certain things that I wanted to do, which is I drew up a logo. I don't know what made me do that logo at that time, but I knew that love, or I knew and know that love needs to be, you know, seen and felt throughout life, especially now. But
True.
I just kept drawing on this one piece. I had a piece of paper. I kept drawing it, and somehow came up with this idea to where I did the O as the heart, and it took me about a cool 3 months to actually finish the logo. Took it down the street, spent my whole check that I earned at that time on stickers.
Right. I hear you.
I'm like, God damn, this cost that much. But you know, it helped me become who I am today, which you know, puts me at a point of really just saying fuck it. You know what I mean? Like so when we have these ideas, fellas, it's like we have to do it.
Right.
Like it comes from somewhere. It comes from a higher power, a higher being. Yeah. Especially when it comes out of nowhere. So at that point, it's just attacking it, doing it. Yeah. And having the faith to do so. Yeah. Because I mean, either that or it's gonna come out anyway. The universe would have somebody else do it.
That's very.
You think somebody stole your idea, but I learned. I think it was from Rick Rubin. Things come out for what they are, and we have to either do it or the universe is gonna make it happen anyway. So while we have these ideas, we make sure that we do the work and put these things out.
Right. You're absolutely right. So does that mentality inspire the music that you're making now? Like do you keep that in mind when you create? Like does that affect how you make music?
Do I keep what in mind?
That philosophy. Like it's either
I try to.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes, just like everybody else, I'm human as well. We get what is it called? Procrastination.
I hear that.
Which another thing I learned is you have like 5 seconds before procrastination kicks in. So once you get that thought or the thing that's telling you to do something, right? Do that within 5 seconds, or it's probably not going to get done that day.
I hear that 100%.
You know what I mean? So I try to, I try to remember that philosophy, but sometimes, like I said, I'm human too. I fuck up sometimes.
I hear you, but I don't think it stops your ability to create. Cause man, the things I've heard is just the way to the world here.
Man, appreciate you, bro. For real.
I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit, but I know you spoke on your experience touring, and I know you've been places. Man, just with the world, like if you could share, like just an experience that you had that you always think about being on tour with DJ Quik. That's wild.
With DJ Quik as the headliner.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's tight. Yeah. It was amazing, man. I've been all over the Midwest, down south. We did a whole tour in California. With Scarface. Scarface is amazing. Shout out to Scarface.
What?
Yeah, I have to say something. Scarface is amazing, bro.
Hey, don't get nobody in trouble, bro.
No. Scarface told me we was in where were we at? I think we were in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
I believe so. And Scarface seen me perform, right? Right. So he's the person where he would be like, he would bring me to the side. He'll be like, hey, like 88. I used to go by 88.
Right. Right.
88 Keys or, different, a few different names.
Right.
But he be like 88, like, hey man, when you out there, like make sure you in their face, like
Right.
you know, which is
Scarface.
dope. Scarface, bro.
Telling you,
from
that's
Scarface,
wild, bro.
So, you know, I'm taking all of this in. I'm like, damn, I'm on tour with these great minds, and you know, shout out to D Blake too, man. D Blake is that's my guy. Dope producer, engineer, artist, and all that.
The whole nine.
It was, that whole experience was just amazing. I can't even really explain the whole thing or like how I really felt about the whole thing, but that experience like definitely took my mental like to a whole different level. Just from like even nowadays, that's something that's a part of my manifestations that I you know, bring up, which is visualized or whatever.
Right.
Because I one day want to have a tour for myself and do all these things and be able to show other people how to do these things and you know, take them across the world. And it's crazy, man, being out of where you're from and into the actual world. Like we're thousands of miles away from home, you know what I mean? Like
I can imagine.
It does something different. I can't really explain what it does, but it's amazing.
Man, you said you went to China with Quik too, right?
China was amazing.
Man.
I can't talk about much out there, so we don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
But China was amazing, bro.
Beautiful.
We performed for Vans. Wow. It was a Vans event where all these Chinese people were creating for Vans. So like I have pictures in my phones and videos like of like different sneakers that they actually created or hand drew or
what?
It's wild, bro.
That's dope.
It was a whole experience.
That's dope. Yeah.
China, man. Trying to stamp on my passport, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Along with others. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, that's beautiful. What about projects that you're working on now? I know you got a production group. Man, I know. Like I said, I heard various songs, amazing.
My God.
I don't want to speak on anything that you don't want the public to know yet. But I know instrumental albums are in the works and stuff. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? So, man, any breakdown that you want to let the people know, like it's gonna be Christian Forest season in a bit.
I was thinking about a production project. I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna do it, but I just been recently going through all sorts of instrumentals and even songs that I have. Just years of work,
right?
And some of these things sound like it's supposed to be just instrumental, like nobody's supposed to be on it, unless we put it out and you know how people do,
right? Like
gravitate towards it and still want to put their art on it, which is cool too. But yeah, I'm thinking about instrumental projects. I'm still working with a grip of excellent artists, in my opinion, which is obviously including yourself. I got Money Is Mitch, Ardell, Richard Wright, Pistol McFly.
Right. Dang.
Still got to get in there with T-Fly again. I want to do a whole project on T-Fly.
Dope.
My guy No Sense.
Dope.
And multiple others, but my bad if I didn't, say who you are or anything, or if I forgot. But we're working on a lot of things, man. What got me to another level of where I am, though, is Quik, man. DJ Quik allowed me to be around his space, and basically what people don't know is I've learned, like, people didn't know that, like, damn, like, this guy's in the studio with him, and I'm learning all these engineering tricks.
Yeah, yeah.
This took my sound to a whole different level, bro.
Right, right. I can imagine. I feel like DJ Quik is the analog king.
Man.
You know what I mean? So, man, I can only imagine sitting in that studio and learning from Quik, from the legend. But that, you know, I don't think that takes away from your legend as well. Like, wait till the people hear, man.
Oh yeah, it's in the works. We got a few things going. Like I said, man, it's just a matter of time and us being able to, I guess, market it correctly,
Right.
and do these other things for people to see it.
Right.
You know, they're scrolling every day on Instagram or, you know, these other platforms, and we mess around and come up one day. You know?
Yeah.
It's all you know, that's a whole different conversation, but
Right.
you know, we'll get to that level anytime soon.
Oh yeah, very soon.
Yes, sir.
Man, I think, you know, lastly, is there any advice, man? Any advice to artists in the position? You have a world of experience, and just a good person in general. Do you think there's anything that you want to tell artists who aspire to make music like you do, to do the clothing brand like you do, who want to do all of it at once like you do? You know what I mean? What could you tell them?
That's a good question. For the people who does want to do those things, I would say work on your mental, because sometimes you'll feel like you're going crazy. You will feel like it, but you know, sometimes take a breath, sit back, don't do anything, be still, and really think about what's actually going on in your life, what you're doing, and at the end of the day, you have to go for it. No matter what it is, like, you have to at least try. My whole thing is, when I'm old and gray and, you know,
Right.
possibly in my deathbed or whatever, hopefully I'm able to say, damn, at least I tried. At least I did it. I did what I wanted to do. That, to me, is the most important thing, because I would never want to be in my deathbed and say, I wish I've done this. I wish I've done that. You have to try and go for it.
Right.
The reason why is because you never know where you will go if you don't. It's always a what if, you know what I mean, or a wish.
Yeah.
You have to go for it.
Yeah.
Well, what you were saying, my advice is focus. Sometimes you have to, you know, take a break from your vices, which is, you know, smoking, drinking, and really focus on what you're doing. Take it seriously and go for it, man. You gotta go for it, or else you'll never know.
Couldn't have said it better. Especially with the taking breaks from your vices. I think that's real prevalent right now, with especially the youth. I think that those are words that, man, can make a big impact. But, man, thank you, the legend, Christian Ford. Thank you, Smoking Bandits.
Smoking Bandits.
Man, you see him, all the production. Kudos to them. Kudos to this man right here. Please check out Love by Christian Ford.
My guy.
His music dropping. Please be aware. Don't be late to the game. Don't sleep.
And if you are, you'll figure it out later. It's fine. It's okay.
There we go. And of course,
shout out Left Method as well.
That part right there, Left Method. Please visit the studio. Great prices, great service.
And they got the basketball
great
court
people.
over there. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck around
practice
and
your three-point
You know what I mean?
three-point game real quick, and get some dope music done.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. We appreciate you. Till next time.
My guy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man.